asking me to do this thing for you, and you saying, God, I don't see you doing it. You're not answering my prayer or prayers. But the answer I'm giving you is not a flesh answer, it's a spirit answer. And you can't hear me in the spirit because your flesh is too noisy. You can't hear me in the
The Shade Room has finally changed the game. So when I first ever followed the Shade Room, I knew the Shade Room as a place where they'd be throwing shades. I mean, they'd be spilling the tea, they've been getting the tea, they've been drinking the tea, they've been swallowing the tea, swallowing the cup. Okay. They be doing the most on the Shade Room. You know where celebrity talks are at, where you know what's Cardi B be doing, where you know what Nicki be doing, where you know everything that be going down. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what everyone knows the Shade Room for. So all of a sudden now the Shade Room has put up a quote saying y'all been asking for more inspiration and we've got some for you. And I'm thinking, okay, cool, let me go through the comment section just to know what they're talking about. And I'm seeing people laugh, I'm seeing people talk about God and talk about spiritual things. I'm thinking, what are they doing? Why are they mentioning God? Then I go on the live on the Shade Room and I see one of the Shade Room workers behind the scene talking and speaking, in fact, preaching. And I have nothing wrong with it. Like, I love what he's doing. I believe in God. I'm a full on Christian. Well, but it just feels like, like it feels like so general. I believe in God, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with speaking about God now. But looking at the background that the Shade Room has come from, the Shade Room is known for throwing shade, and throwing shade is nothing really in the light of God, nothing really in the light of Christianity. So when they're coming on live talking about God, preaching and everything, it is the right thing to do. They're also preaching in terms of motivational preaching, not just about God, but also giving you guys word of advice. But it's a thing where you come from such a negative light. You've made celebrities cry. You've made people block their page, delete their page. You've made people argue. You've created commotion that's never been there, and now all of a sudden you've gone into preaching. It's like, where did all of this come from? We didn't get no warning, we didn't get no campaign, no protesting, no flipping what do you call that word again, voting, because the Shade Room is a very big platform, you know what I'm trying to say. And for them to have just gone straight to doing this, they are at risk of probably losing followers. They are at risk of people probably bashing them for doing so. Like I said again, I believe in God and I believe that what they're doing is the right thing, but it just feels very general. It just doesn't feel like they've engaged with their audience, because there are some people, which is very off-putting for Christians, true believers like me watching a live. There are some people commenting very disrespectful things, like laughing, like doing certain things that you would see and be like, I'm coming off this live, it doesn't feel authentic. It just feels like clout chasing, or it just feels like they just want to do something for a change. But if you want to do something for a change, you should listen more to the audience. The audience didn't really ask for preaching, they asked for motivation, and motivation comes in different ways. Now, for example, if I'm following a huge page and I'm Christian, I'm a deep in Christian, and I'm watching someone talk all about their religion, such as Muslim or Buddhism or something. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but it's because my belief, I might not connect with them on that level. They're talking about spiritual things based on Buddhist or Muslim topics, and I may look at the live and be like, I'm just going to disconnect because I don't understand anything they're talking about. Although it relates to motivation, it's just like kind of, it's not a feel for me. It's not something I can connect to. So where I'm coming from with this is, they should have at least just made a broad, simple motivation, and then they could have tuned in and let everyone know, any of the Christians that may want to have tuned in for the live, and made it clear that it is a Christian-based live. It's a Christian-based motivational live. No one thought it was a Christian-based live. I went on there thinking I'm going to hear motivational speaking, and I heard Christian speaking. Like I said, speaking the word of God, preaching, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you say God, or when you say Jesus, or when you say Lord, not everyone believes in those things, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. So I believe that what they're doing is right, but they should have at least engaged with the audience. Now, mind you guys, I didn't watch the live from the very start, or I don't know if it was a paused live. I just watched it and I screen recorded it just so you guys can get a taste of what the live was really like, which I will play it by the end of this video. But at the end of the day, I just feel as though there wasn't really much of a warning, or an apology at least, because first of all, the people you're speaking to, the people you're preaching to, you have also made some of their lives miserable and some good. The Shade Room is based on promotion, right or wrong? Right. However, the promotion they promote is any promotion, broad promotion. If, for example, someone is about to do something crazy, they promote it. If, for example, someone is cheating, they promote it. They've made relationships worse. They've made people's life a living hell. They've also made people's life good. So it's a thing where, for those parts where you've sinned, for those parts where you've made people cry, made people's life a living hell, for those parts where you disturb celebrities, or where you do wrong things, or where you speak negatively, because if you do go on the Shaderoom and go through their things, you would see that most of the things they post, most of them are all rants, or all funny videos, or all videos of people embarrassing themselves as well. So, out of respect of the audience that you are, or that are even giving you the views that you have, or even giving you the money that you are receiving consistently as a revenue, apologize and then go on with your motivational speaking. Because me watching it, I feel like it just does not feel real. It feels very fake. It feels very made up. It feels very false and like, okay, guys, we got to get all these things together and just dash out what we can do. Which is, oh, we've got a speaker. All right, come through, come and speak for us. It just doesn't feel like real. It doesn't feel warm and collecting. If they at least had spoken to us on live saying, okay guys, I understand what you guys want, this is what we're going to do, and at least give us like a week to sink it in and digest it, because celebrities are watching this, this live, people are watching this live, and they're probably thinking, what is going on, from exposing my relationship to now talking about God on live and motivation. Like it just doesn't look good. It looks like really uncomfortable. So, like, I'm speaking from a Christian's point of view. I don't know what you guys may think from someone that doesn't believe in God, or someone that, just doesn't, that's not a Christian. But my point of view is that they should have at least spoke about it a bit. But let me just play the video so you guys can see what's good and what's popping, and I'll get back to speaking to you guys.
And we don't understand it all the time. And you may not understand it. But the more you use to get to where God is pushing you, the more hell you go through. It's the closer you're getting to your blessing. When God had something for you, there's going to be hell knocking at your door. Is somebody watching this live right now? Somebody that's going through hell. Somebody that really feel like giving up. Somebody saying, God isn't real. He can't be real, because I've been going through this problem for years. I've been going through this problem for months. I've been going through this problem. It's really like a generation problem. My daddy dealt with it. His daddy dealt with it. When is it going to get better? But something I learned about the oyster. The longer the oyster is in the shell, the bigger the pearl is. The longer you go through the hell, 9 times out of 10, the bigger the blessing is that's waiting for you. So it may seem like it's taking years. It may seem like you're never going to get out of this thing that you're going through. But at the end of the hell, at the end of the torture, at the end of the torment, God said, I have a blessing so big for you. You're going to be able to rejoice.
So I'm sure you guys have finally heard the video and kind of got and understood where I'm coming from. I don't know, everyone has their own point of view, so if you do comment down below, let me know what you think about this whole new change. I think they are doing something new, and I think, because I'm a Christian, like I said, I would advise you guys to pull your heart down and forgive them, and just listen to them and hear what they got to say, and hear all the motivational things they have to say, because they did say certain things that did motivate me. But at the end of the day, I still feel like it doesn't seem authentic. It just feels like they've just come from a whole negative background without saying anything, just going straight to what they feel like will get them more views, or will feel like will engage with more people, and that's about it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I don't know what to call it. And make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Also, when you do subscribe, hit the bell right next to the subscribe button, because you want to be posted to know when I upload.